students, how are you all? Hope you all are good. As we all know, this is a difficult time, but time never remains the same. So, what all we can do? We can only utilize this time in the best possible way. So, today, I, Hani Saxena, your science facilitator, is here in front of you all with a very interesting chapter of grade 9. So, students, let's begin. Lesson 5, the fundamental unit of life. Part 1. Topics to be covered: definition of cell, shape and size of cell, types of cell, structure of cell, cell organelle, differentiate between plant and animal cell. So, student, as we all know, the name of the chapter is the fundamental unit of life. So, what do you understand by the term fundamental? Fundamental means main or the basic unit. Student, if we want to make a building, then what material do we require to make a building? Brick and cement. So, it means brick and cement are the main or the fundamental unit to make any building. Similarly, our body is also kind of a building only, which is composed of some kind of material, and that material is cell. So we can say that cell is the basic or the building block of our body or living organism. And arise from where do we know that all living organism consist of cell? So there was a scientist, Robert Hooke, in 1665 who firstly coined the term cell for the tiny box-like compartment in a slice of cork. What is a cork? A cork is a substance which is made from bark or stem of tree, or in other words we can say it is a wooden lid or bottle cap like structure. He prepared a thin slice of cork and placed it under the microscope. Microscope is an instrument which is used to magnify the image. What do he observe? He observed a tiny space enclosed by thick wall which was appearing like a honeycomb structure. I hope you all have seen beehive. Beehive means madhumakki ka chatta. He called these honeycomb like structure cell. He taken the word cell from the Latin word. So students, we can say that Robert Hooke was the first person who firstly observed cell and state that all living organism consist of cell only. Later, few more scientists postulate their theories or discovery in it. As we all know that our earth is occupied by living organism, and all living organism consist of cell. But do all living organism are similar? Do they all have same number of cell and size? No, all living organisms vary from each other. Some are consist of one cell while some are consist of more than one cell. Thus, we can say that there are two types of cell on the basis of number: unicellular and multicellular. As the name indicate, uni means one, multi means more than one. So we can say that those organisms which consist of one cell only, they are known as unicellular, while those organisms which are made up of more than one cell, they are known as multicellular. Example of unicellular organism are amoeba, paramecium, cleidomonas, as you all can see on your screen. Whereas example of multicellular organism are bird, animal, and how can we forget ourselves? Human beings. So in other words, we can say that unicellular are those organisms which consist of single cell only, whereas multicellular are those organisms which are made up from more than one cell. Unicellular are those organisms which perform various activity on its own, whereas multicellular are those organisms which depend on other cell to perform specific function. Unicellular include eukaryotes and prokaryotes, whereas multicellular include only eukaryotes. As we have discussed earlier that all living organisms vary from each other, we can say that cell size and shape exhibit a lot of variation related to the specific function it performs. Like xylem and phloem cells are elongated so that they can perform the function of transportation. Nerve cell have a star-shaped cell and long axon to conduct the electrical impulse. So students, up till now we have studied about discovery of cell, shape and size of cell, types of cell, but what is cell? Cell is the smallest unit of life. Cell are often called the building block of life, or in other word we can say that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. On this basis, three scientists Schindel, Simon, Rudolph postulate cell theory. It states that first, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Second, all living being composed of one or more than one cell. Third, all cell arise from pre-existing cells. So student, that's all for today's session. I hope you like it. Please share and like the page for more updates. Thank you.